Fire crews are called to rescue a little girl and her father. And Crusader Clinic is getting more funding and opening a new clinic. Your morning news continues.
This is the WTVO Channel 17 Morning News at 5:30.
Good morning, I'm Steve Stottleman. Our top stories coming up. Another big story we're following this morning is the cold. Wind chills remain below zero this morning. Eric's here with a look at the forecast. Any warm up in store, Eric?
Yeah, it looks like we're kind of easing out of this. It's going to take a little while to do it. It's definitely not going to feel warm by any means today, but wind chills will not be as low as they were yesterday. We'll see those morning wind chills continue to be below zero as we keep the winds going. Cold air is concentrated off to the north and west of us, but we still have very cold air in the northern portion of Illinois and southern Wisconsin too. Looking at temperatures, cold is 4 below. Actual temperatures 4 below in the Rochelle area. Wind chill there like 17 below. Wind chill in Rockford's like around 10 below zero, and a few below zero temperatures off to the north and west. The skies are essentially clear. There are lake effect snow showers going the other side of the Great Lakes. They'll get heavy snow there. We're going to have sunshine here, though. The sunshine will make it more bearable, and the winds won't be quite as strong as they were yesterday. And switching around to the south, warming temperatures up into the middle teens. Steve?
All right, we'll take it. Thank you, Eric. A scary afternoon for a father and his young daughter in Mount Morris after they fell into a well. The 4-year-old fell into an underground tank used to store rainwater after its lid broke. The girl's father went to rescue her, but then he got stuck. Fire crews used a rope and eventually pulled them to safety. McChesney Park will get a $3 million grant from the federal government for flood protection. After historic flooding in June of last year along the Rock River, many homes are damaged beyond repair. The project will reduce future flood insurance claims and financial obligations. Property owners can turn their land into green space, allowing flooding to occur without damage to property. McChesney Park is looking to enter into negotiations with around 50 property owners. Workers at a Belvedere plant that exploded Monday could be back to work as soon as next week. Sales workers at NDK will be the first to return. No word when others could be back on the job. Federal officials are looking into the cause of the fatal explosion, but they believe it occurred in one of the pressurized vessels used to make quartz crystals. The blast blew an 8,000-pound piece of steel about 400 feet into a neighboring building, and a pipe killed a man at the Belvedere Oasis. Investigators recovered a computer from the scene they hope can shed some light on what went wrong.
Certainly, if you overpressurize it above what it's designed to do, they can catastrophically fail. It's not clear we had that situation, but that's why we need the computer data from what was actually occurring the afternoon of the explosion.
Several state and federal agencies are investigating the explosion, and it could be months before all of the investigations are completed. Crusader Community Health Center is coming to Loves Park. It's all thanks to a multi-million-dollar federal grant. President Obama awarded more than $500 million to medical centers across the country. Crusader received $5 million from the grant. The new Loves Park Clinic will be built near the intersection of North 2nd Street and Clifford Avenue. Crusader officials say the space is badly needed.
We're just plain out of exam rooms. The patient demand for our services has risen. We've had the busiest months in our 37-year history for medical and dental.
The grant will also pay for renovations to Crusader's Broadway Street facility. The Winnebago County Board has 2 new members. Carolyn Gardner was sworn in last night after her predecessor, Ted Biondo, was removed from the office by the Illinois Supreme Court. Biondo had been appointed to the board, but the court ruled he should have had to run against Gardner in an election. And Lynn Strathman was sworn in after Randy Olson stepped down earlier this month. Strathman has worked in volunteer and nonprofit organizations. The Rockford Airport reports big growth last month. It had nearly 14,000 passengers. That's a 33% increase over last November. Around 10,000 passed through RFD gates in November of last year. The airport also reports several holiday flights are sold out. This holiday season in the state line, more families than ever will not have a Christmas. And that's why WTVO, radio station Q98.5, MyStateline.com, and Johnny Pancakes have partnered up to bring you My State Line Cares Community Christmas. Between now and December 20th, you can nominate someone who cannot provide for their family.
98 words or less on why this family should be nominated, and then we'll pick 17 families to be treated to a very cool Christmas Eve meal at Johnny Pancakes on East State Street.
We'll notify the winning families on Monday, December 21st. For a nomination form, go to mystateline.com and scroll down to the bottom of your page. Just ahead in WTVO Channel 17 Morning News, Notre Dame has a new football coach. The latest coming up in sports. First, look at stock futures. Bitter cold temperatures are causing a major headache for State Line residents. And Disney on Ice is in Rockford. We'll talk live with the show's director. Your morning news continues.
This is the WTVO Channel 17 Morning News at 6:15.
Good morning, I'm Steve Stottleman. Eric now joins us with a look at the forecast. And Eric, wind chills remain pretty low this morning.
Yeah, we got wind chills close to 10 degrees below zero. But the winds have lightened up around Rochelle, gone to less than 3 miles an hour. So they had wind chill last hour. They're about 17 below, and now it's negligible. They've actually gone up 3 degrees in Rochelle to 1 below, but it's dropped temperature-wise in Monroe. Kind of some temperatures going up a couple degrees, some dropping. We're at 2 right now in Rockford with a wind chill of 8 degrees below zero. Skies are clear across the area. And if we look at first warning, we do indicate snow is continuing the other side of the Great Lakes where that Great Lakes snow machine turned on. Locally heavy snow, southwestern lower Michigan and northwestern lower Michigan, and just north of the UP out in Lake Superior and the eastern end of the lake too. We top out today in the middle teens with sunshine and wind chills this morning generally between 5 and 14 degrees below zero. Steve?
All right, thank you, Eric. The bitter cold is taking its toll on State Line residents. With below zero temperatures and dangerous wind chills, one of the big concerns was getting cars to start. And some have to work outside. The key to staying warm for many was packing on the layers. Some dealt with the cold better than others. The Rockford Airport reports big growth last month. It had nearly 14,000 passengers. That's a 33% increase over last November. Around 10,000 passed through RFD gates in November of last year. The airport also reports several holiday flights are sold out this year. McChesney Park will get a $3 million grant from the federal government for flood protection. After historic flooding in June of last year along the Rock River, many homes are damaged beyond repair. The project will reduce future flood insurance claims and financial obligations. Property owners can turn the land into green space, allowing flooding to occur without damage to property. McChesney Park is looking to enter into negotiations with around 50 property owners. Well, it's a chance to see your favorite Disney characters on ice. Several performances are taking place at the Metro Center this weekend. Tell us more about it. I'm joined by Corey Fopst, Performance Director for Disney on Ice. Good morning, Corey.
Good morning, Steve.
Well, thanks for joining us. So who will the kids and adults be able to see this weekend?
Well, I know it's cold outside and we're having these temperatures, but we are heating things up inside here at the Metro Center with over 60 of your favorite Disney characters. This morning I have Belle and the Beast with me. They're warming up and going to give us a little preview of their number from the show. We have all the Disney princesses. We have Aladdin and the Genie. We've got the cast from Mulan, Pinocchio, Mickey's Marching Band, you name it. There is somebody here for everyone.
I'll give you credit, when temperatures are below zero, you're standing on ice, so good for you.
That's right, that's right.
Well, without giving out too much information, Corey, what kinds of stories will people be able to see this weekend?
Well, like I said, we have your favorites. We also have some unique elements. As you see Belle and the Beast skating here, we've got some great world-class pair skating that you can see. We've got national champions. We've got a cast ranging from over 12 different countries represented in the cast that's here at the Metro Center. There's some also special unique features like a recreation of the Small World ride that really is a favorite with people who've ever been to the Disney parks. And great music, sing-along songs. I saw Grandma and Grandpa singing here last night with the audience here on opening night. So
good to see. The performance is called Disney on Ice 100 Years of Magic. Here are all the times for this weekend's performances that will show on your screen shortly. Corey, why have Disney characters been so popular for so long?
Well, I think there's just a timeless relation for everybody. You know, a lot of us grew up with these characters, and they were the first maybe animated experiences that we ever see, and their messages and stories are so great, they stick with you for your whole life. It's just great, wholesome family fun, and it's such a great outing that you can bring the whole family to and celebrate something at this time of year.
So Corey, as performance director, what's the favorite part of your job?
The favorite part of my job is I get to dress up every day, come to work, and work with over 60 Disney characters. Can you imagine being able to do that? It's like reliving your youth every day.
I bet. And thanks for dressing up and getting up early at 6:19 in the morning. I appreciate it.
It's my pleasure, Steve. Thank you.
Well, of course, later in the show, we'll see part of a performance, but for now, we will talk to you later, Corey. Thanks again.
You bet.
Just ahead in WTVO Channel 17 Morning News, new research suggests medication for your bones can lower the risk of breast cancer in women. First, look at what's going on around State Line.